do.
Yeah. For me to do the for me to renew it.
What if I don't renew it till May or June?
That's frowned upon.
Ready to go, Sharon?
We're getting there. It's just kind of, we are live now. Yes, you're all set,
Okay.
Margaret.
You can mute so we don't have to listen to Nick registering somebody on motor vehicle.
Yep, I will.
Okay, we have an electronic meeting. So we're going to go through our checklist to ensure meetings are compliant with the right to know law during the state of emergency. As chair of the Board of Selectmen, I find that due to the state of emergency declared by the governor as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic and in accordance with the governor's emergency order number 12 pursuant to executive order 2020-04, this public body is authorized to meet electronically. Please note that there is no physical location to observe and listen contemporaneously to this meeting, which is authorized pursuant to the governor's emergency order. However, in accordance with the emergency order, I am confirming that we are A, providing public access to the meeting by telephone with additional access possibilities by video or other electronics means. We are using both YouTube and Zoom for this electronic meeting. All members of the board have the ability to communicate contemporaneously during this meeting through this platform, and the public has access to contemporaneously listen and, if necessary, participate in this meeting through the Zoom chat through dialing the following phone number, 603-236-4730, by clicking on the address www.watervillevalley.org, or by texting to 603-254-6708. B, we are providing public notice of the necessary information for accessing this meeting. We previously gave notice to the public of the necessary information for accessing the meeting, including how to access using Zoom or telephonically. Instructions have also been provided on the website of the town at www.watervillevalley.org. C, we are providing a mechanism for the public to alert the public body during the meeting if there are problems with access. If anybody has a problem, please call 603-236-4730 or email at townofwv@watervillevalley.org. And D, we can adjourn the meeting if the public is unable to access the meeting. In the event the public is unable to access the meeting will be adjourned and rescheduled. Please note that all votes that are taken during this meeting shall be done by roll call vote. Let's start the meeting by taking a roll call attendance. When each member states their presence, please also state whether there is anyone in the room with you during this meeting, which is required under the right to know law. And this is Margaret Turner. I'm chair of the Board of Selectmen. I'm at home and I'm alone.
Rich Rita, vice chair. I am alone.
Mike Aronson alone.
Okay, the purpose of today's meeting is really to finalize our town operating budget and also the warrant for town meeting. So Mark, why don't we let you take it away here?
Okay, I provided the warrant in your packet for the meeting last night that I sent you last night. No changes from the previous warrant that I had sent out for you to review. I need to get your okay with the recommendations that are shown on that. I think I have put on each one that it's recommended 3-0. So I wanted to verify that and get a vote from you that that's okay to put in. Other than that, this is the warrant that brings us to the bottom line change in taxes to be raised of minus $8,856. So Judy has gone through the warrant and we have uploaded this information to DRA. They have reviewed the language on these warrant articles and we've answered any questions that they have had, right, Judy? So that is the warrant that we're ready to make official. So,
Okay, so Mark, in terms of, the budget itself, does this include the administrative changes we didn't get to discuss on Wednesday night?
no,
Okay, so it has no administrative changes in it. We have just replacing Nick at this point in time.
that's correct. We have just budgeted the 1 30-hour-a-week position.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Does anybody have any questions or things that need to be looked at on the warrant before we vote on it?
I'm good.
Okay, so I'm going to move that we accept the proposed warrant article for the town meeting as it has been identified to us. Can I have a second?
This is Rich. I will second that motion.
Okay. All in favor? Margaret, aye.
Rich, I.
Nick, aye.
Okay,
Okay, if you could stop by the office and sign that warrant so that we can post it, that would be great.
okay, okay. Anything else?
Well, no, we have the next agenda item. I have 3 other things as far as the town report is concerned. Before we get to the dedication, just wanted to make sure that there were no further changes to the Selectmen's report to be put in the annual report. It's been a while since we've talked about it and kind of a lot has happened. So I wanted to make sure you didn't want to change any of the language that you guys had previously approved.
Yeah, it's been a while since I actually looked at it. I don't know that there's anything that's changed recently unless you noticed something, Mark.
No, I can't, in looking at it, I can't think of anything that necessarily needs to be.
Because the only thing that was
modified.
hanging that you were gonna take care of was the amount of money that was returned to fund balance at the end
Yeah.
of last year. And I
I'll
think
get
you
with,
took care of that.
yeah, I'll get with Judy, and now that we do have the final draft of the audit, and we will update that number before we give it to Sharon to put in the annual report. But
Okay,
my goal is to get the annual report to the printers early next week. So
okay,
the other thing that I had besides the dedication is Sharon just sent you a draft of the cover. And so I just wanted to make sure, and again, it's not something you necessarily have to decide final right this second, but take a look at it. And if there's anything you want us to change on that, we'll be good to go.
okay. Anything else? Do we need to go into,
Well,
Right.
dedication, are you okay with the dedication page that I sent?
we are dedicating to the employees, right? For everything
Yes.
that they've done for us during this time of COVID?
Mhm.
Right. I didn't see the dedication page, but I'm certainly okay with that dedication.
Yeah, it should be in the same packet that the warrant was in. It was a
Ah.
page.
Hold on.
Looks good.
Yeah, I'm good with it too.
Okay,
Before we go into non-public session, I also wanted to let you know that the Ray Center Board adopted the annual budget for the Ray Center yesterday. They will be requesting, and it'll be the April 14th meeting, but they are requesting assistance from the Building Capital Reserve. There are repairs, changes to the building, some of them that are necessary no matter what, and some of them that are related to the preschool application that they are submitting to the planning board for next month. So
Okay,
we'll take
How much-
those up. The total cost of all of the repairs is $11,000. The ones that have to be made no matter what, or are significant building improvements, I will break out for you from the ones that are specific to the preschool. So that'll be part of your packet next meeting.
Mark,
And
how
how
much is
much
in the
do we-
reserve? Oh,
how much do we have in the reserve account now?
The reserve account has $10,000 in it right now, with the other 10,000 that we're requesting for May 11th.
Okay,
And it's 10,000 in whatever interest we accrued, but that's a very
Right.
small amount.
right.
10,001.
Yeah, 10,000. Well, maybe 10,010, whatever. So I will have that breakout for you.
Okay,
All right.
so anything else for our public session?
I do have a question about the Northern Borders Regional Commission grant program is opening again. We can submit a letter of intent. However, I don't see our application being much different than it was last year. And if you remember, I think we finished 27 out of 30 applications. So I'm not sure it's worth spending any money or time doing an application. But we still do qualify for the grant program.
I
as
think we
the
owe,
town.
I think we owe it to submit it. So if people ask, that we pursued all avenues.
Okay.
Yeah,
Margaret,
how much money and time is it going to take?
well, to do the letter of intent, I can do it this afternoon. That's not a
Yeah.
problem. However, to do the application itself, there will be some time, because we're going to have to go through it and try to strengthen the application or change it in some way, because I can't see just submitting the same thing we submitted last year. It didn't go anywhere. So, but I can send the letter of intent in if you want me to.
So we don't have an idea of how much time and money? I mean, is there an application fee?
No, there's no application fee. It would be whether or not we in the office do the application, or whether we have the engineers do it again. But that grant application was one that I think it was maybe $2,000, $1,500 that Josh McAllister had charged us to put the application together and submit it.
But if we have the old application and all we're gonna do is strengthen it, that should be a relatively simple task. Am I wrong about that?
Yeah, probably should be.
Okay. All right, well, I'm with Mike. I think we ought to go for it, even if we're gonna finish. We never know whether the other applications, what they're gonna be and how strong they're gonna be. So I would go ahead and put the letter of intent in, Mark.
Okay,
Rich, you
I'll-
agree?
I agree. Yeah.
okay.
We move up to 26.
Hey, we only got 25 more years to go. We might be funded. And we scheduled yesterday the window replacement. The windows are finally in for town hall. So we're going to be closed to traffic in office traffic on April 22nd and 23rd. It's a Thursday and Friday. So I
Okay.
just wanted to get that out and start talking about it so that people can make plans. staff will be working from home. And the office will be closed,
Okay,
22nd and 23rd.
all righty.
That's, one more thing, the chapel committee, they didn't have an opportunity to present because of time limitations on Wednesday. I'd like to invite them to the April 28th Selectmen's meeting and give them an opportunity before the town deliberative session to present some information about their warrant article.
Okay,
Is that all right?
yeah, that's fine. And then
Okay.
they're gonna repeat that on May 11th, right?
Well, yeah, not exactly. We'll probably ask them to pare it down a little bit, but at least let them talk about how they're doing right now, give you an update in
Yeah,
a public forum, and let them show some slides, because they actually have some pretty good slides of artist renderings, architectural renderings.
right.
Mark, if you speak to them, would you re-stress to them how important it is for them to start talking about where their money is now and what they got and what they expect? You know,
Will do.
the pictures and everything are beautiful, but you know, I think that's going to be the big issue going forward with this and getting the approval, is if they have the money and where they're going to get the money to do it.
Okay. Make sure we'll do that.
Okay,
All right.
anything else while we're in public?
No.
Okay. So I think let me check my watch, 9:49, we're gonna go into non-public.
Okay. Bye, Reggie. Thank